question now is the bronze medal, and Becky Scott with a chance to make some history for Canada. Canada has never medaled in cross-country competition.
You know, it was this long uphill before a corner into the finish line, and our whole wax team and technicians had placed themselves strategically up the hill, so they were all running and sort of tag teaming and cheering the whole way, and I just felt like lifted, honestly, by the energy and the spirit of those guys and that team and this whole powerful group that had moved from Nagano to Salt Lake City together, you know, and it was just so uplifting. And I was thinking, it's possible, I can do this, I'm going to do this, I know what I have to do, and I did it.
Becky Scott's going to go against Chepalova. Look at this, Becky Scott's inside. She's got it! Becky Scott!
Let's face it, podiums are hard to get, no matter what, and you know that everything had to come together that day. I think it gave me a lot of confidence as a first-time young guy showing up at a big event and not necessarily knowing what to expect, but knowing that somebody that I knew that was, you know, a friend and a teammate had already done this. It seemed to make it a little bit easier to manage the expectations and that we had put on ourselves, and to think that, you know, anything was possible. We just had to have a good day and just kind of let everything else go. I think that was important.
Belief that we could be world class, it really, I mean, I have to give so much credit to Becky because she was the one who broke through. And, you know, the breakthroughs in cross-country skiing were a top 30. It wasn't, you know, podiums at first. And I think that leadership and that someone paving the way was so instrumental in the belief of a team that we could do the same. Oh yeah, I think we had a tremendous amount of momentum coming out of 2002, and then it was just like we knew, okay, now it's possible. Now it's fine-tuning and refining to make it possible consistently and routinely and regularly, so that every time we go to the start line, it's not like, can this be done, but this is what I'm going to do.
All along my career, through my teens into my 20s, getting exposure to Becky and Sarah was cool because I would see them on the podium and the whole team would be jubilant and celebrating. Becky and Sarah's medal in Torino in the team sprint was just the wildest thing. Broken pole, coming back from that, and the team felt so successful, was celebrating, and that kept the team atmosphere heading into the day that I got to cross the line first.
She handily got through her quarterfinal like it was no big deal. Everyone else looked so stressed, so nervous, and Chandra was like dancing and smiling like it was like no big deal. It might have been in an NORAM. And I turned to Matt Jeffries, a friend of mine that was in the stands, Chris Jeffries' brother, and I said, you know what, that's it, this race is over, Chandra's gonna win the gold medal. He laughed, he's like, get out of here, she's 22, there's no way.
On that day I was often thinking, oh wow, that was a good section, but now all the other women will pass me. And when I got to the finish line, I saw it in the snow and realized I would cross it first. I thought, are you kidding me? And I thought, I better put my hands up.
Gold medal, Chandra Crawford of Canada.
Incredibly exciting time to be a Canadian cross-country skier and see these masters like Becky and Sarah, who I looked up to since I was a little kid, and then of course Chandra Crawford, who had an attitude like no other in cross-country skiing, burst onto the scene with an Olympic gold medal like that. Of course, there was a lot of excitement, and of course that inspiration rubbed off on me, there's no question.
Of course, when I was a U23 skier, I could see Devin, flirting or even being on the podium every now and then. So of course, seeing Devin on the podium and then getting to train with him every now and then as either a junior or under 23 athlete, I guess it strengthened that feeling, the self-belief that if he does it, and I'm able to hang out with him or to follow him in training every now and then, I think I'll be able to reach that level myself. The build-up throughout the years really led to a very impressive 2012 season, and I remember showing up at the start line of every World Cup with sort of a swagger feeling. We really felt like we belonged at the top, and we really carried that swagger and that self-belief, confidence during the whole season, and it was really, really exciting times for our program. A lot of the success is due to a very strong core of guys that were pushing each other in training. So we were really feeding off each other's strength, and that really helped us raise our level to the top international level.
So I think it's more than just belief in themselves, it's also belief in their peers, because it's an individual sport, but it's really hard to do this sport as an individual. Our team, our guys team, the guys I spent all these years training with, like on the road with, going through the ups and downs with, and seeing them just like cracking top 10s, getting top 4s, like having historical men's results at the Olympic Games, I felt like I was a part of it, and they felt like we were a part of it too. And I think that's one of the things we see right now with our teams is like a really great cultural shift, similar to what we saw in the 2000s leading into, and then taking us into the 2010s.
It's getting all those right ingredients together. It's getting a group of athletes who want it really badly and are going to work for it. And they're supported by great coaching teams, and that fundamentally they're all anchored in the belief that they can do amazing things on the World Cup. There's no reason why Canadians can't do this. We just have to believe that we can do it.
Becky Scott likewise on the World Cup podium for the first time.
9th Paralympic Winter Games medal for Mark Arends.
Can the Canadian hold on? Photo finish for first. I think Devon Kershaw might finally have got himself a win on the World Cup. No man deserves it more.
Crawford, genuine. Here comes Morgan again. It's Crawford across the line, and Crawford wins.
I think he might do it. This is unbelievable. Brian McKeever.
And they got it. Look at them. So special moment.
Well, we said maybe they got something special. Harvey did do something special.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
Je crois.
I believe.
I believe.
Greg in the sheep.
I believe.
J'y crois.
I believe.
We believe.